was about single dimension arrays, multi-dimension arrays, and using a for loop with a for loop embedded into the first for loop to access a multi-dimension array. Well, this one's going to be about jagged arrays. Now there's two different ways of decreasing and creating a jagged array and assigning values. Right, I've done an integer one here, and I've done a string one there. The string one is created, and then individually we've assigned an array to each one. We've said it's only going to have two arrays, it could be 200, and individually we've went, right, because it's 2, it starts at 0 and goes to 1. So we've said Jagged 0 equals new, because we're creating a new string array to add to this jagged array, and it's string, and we're going to have 3 strings within it, and so that's for the first element of the jagged array. In the second element of the jagged array, we're going to add a new string array, and it's going to have 2 strings in it. So that's us added the 2 strings and their sizes to the jagged array. Now we're going to assign values to each one of the elements of the array. So we've got Jagged 0, 0. That's the very first element of the first string in the 2 array jagged array. And we've went computers for the first one. Then we went to the second element of the first array, 0, 1, and we put tutorials. Then we went to the third element of the first array, which is 2, and we put videos. And then we went to the second element, and the second array, and the first element we put Charles. We went to the second array, and the second element we put YouTube. So the first element and the second array and the second element is this one here, YouTube. So we can print that to screen just to show that we can access it. And you've got YouTube, that's a string array. And if we change it to tutorials, so that's the first array of the jagged array, so it's 0, and tutorials is the second element, and so it's 2, and it should say videos. Oh, we've done videos too, we meant to put 1 there for tutorials. And we can put like Charles on, so that would be the second array, so that's 1, and it would be the first element in the second array, so that's 0, and Charles. So that's how you would assign. You would create the jagged array and add the arrays one at a time, and then you would assign all the elements one at a time to the jagged array. And we've done that, if you remember, with the single dimension array here, numbers 1 equals 6, and we've done it with the multi one and equals 7. Now that's a string array. Now what we've done is we've done an integer. That could be, we could have created a string the exact same way. So it's integer, square brackets, the same as a single dimension, but you add another square brackets to say it's a jagged array. That's the difference. And then you give it a name, and the name is so that you can access this jagged array, and it's the same here with the Jagged. equals and the new is to create a new object of this jagged array class, and then it's you're saying it's an integer, your square brackets just right above here, and then your square brackets again, which makes it into a jagged array. And instead of having to say to C# what size the array is going to be, you put brackets. You don't have to do that. You put brackets, open the brackets and close the brackets with a semicolon, and within this you don't have to give it a name. You don't have to give each array you're going to add to the jagged array a name, because it's not going to be identified and accessed by the name that you give. It's going to be accessed and identified by the index number within the jagged array, just like we were doing with the Jagsy. We were doing 1, 0, 0, 2 and things like that. We weren't using names, so you use the new keyword to create a new object of the array without any name. Int, if it was a string, you'd use a string, square brackets, and in the brackets, in the braces, you put the values that you want. Here we've put odd numbers, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so there's 4 elements we put into this array, and we separate all the arrays with a comma. Then we use the new keyword, the integer again, and the single dimension array. It's no longer no longer jagged arrays we're adding to the jagged arrays. It's a single dimension array we're adding, and then we do the braces, 2, 4, 6. So there's 3 elements, and we close the braces with a comma, and then we do the new keyword, integer, square brackets, braces, 12 and 3, so and close the brackets, and so that's an array of 2 elements we've added. So if we've added 1, 2, 3 arrays, that would be integer array of 3, but we don't do that because we're assigning all the values as we're creating the jagged array. And so we can run that, and first we can change this here. We're going to print it to screen to prove that these values have been put into the jagged array, and we can access them, and it's called jag, and we'll call it jaggy. We'll put 2 G's in it, jaggy. So we'll call it jaggy, and so jaggy 1, 0. So this array here is 0, and this array here is 1. So 0 would be number 2 would print to screen. Number 2 printed to screen. So if we wanted to print number 12, that would be 0, 1, 2, 2, 0 would be 12. And 2, 1 would be 3, because that would be this one here. And if we wanted to access number 7, this would be element number 0, the first array, and it would be element 0, it would be the third element, so it would start at 0, 1, 2, so this would be number 2, so it would be 0, 2 to get number 7. And if we run the program, number 7. So that's how you assign values to a jagged array, and that's how you would